I'm calling this segment Looking for Love.
When the doctor checks a guy for hernia, just a little tickle in there.
I don't know, it'll probably be lame. I'm sure some of you guys are thinking out there, well, that'll match your review style then.
I don't get into all that fast dance, never got into that hip hop stuff.
If you were to step out there, you'd get washed away like Mark Wahlberg in Perfect Storm. Oh, Marky Mark. God rest his soul. Oh, Jesus.
Dumbledore is Obi-Wan and Yoda. In the Harry Potter world, Dumbledore's like both of the top Jedis in Star Wars. Fist bump. Fist bump.
Not weird like walking in on your mom and dad, but weird. Hey everybody, welcome to Comedy, Cigars, and Music. Phil Crute here. Hopefully everybody's having a good night tonight. I already see we got some people in the chat. Matt, Counterfeit News, how's it going? Is early on time and on time late? No, on time is just on time. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Tonight I'll be smoking the Padrón 3000 Maduro. Show you some stats on that. 5.5 by 52. Got that from Atlantic Cigar for $7.02. So, heck of a deal. Be using this cigar actually as a written review, so I might take a few moments every so often to snag a picture, put down some tasting notes I get, stuff on the retrohale, things like that. So with tonight being Comedy, Cigars, and Music's first live chat, this is kind of like our first play date. It's parents are bringing us over, planning on maybe 30, 40 minutes. See how this little play date goes, then just maybe, next time we'll hang out and play a little bit longer. Speaking of play dates, you guys ever have any awkward moments with play date parents? I had a mother come over one time to pick up her children that she had let spend, 2-3 hours at our house playing with our kids. And then when she comes over, the mom won't talk. It's like the mom is shy, but the kids weren't. That was interesting, I thought. So anyway, so the mom comes in and she's talking. Hey, Catherine, Hennessy, nice to have you. Mom comes in and she's talking, or she's not talking actually. I ask her, I say, hey, how's it going today? Cool. Well, the kids had a good time. Yeah. So what were you up to while the kids were here playing? Just some stuff. Just stuff, things. Okay. Cool. So maybe the kids can come back over another time and play. Yeah, that'd be good. All right. So any certain time you want the kids to come over and play? Oh, we'll talk. So that was my experience with an awkward parent who was apparently shyer than her children were. Her children, actually very nice. Children very nice, but they definitely made themselves at home. Pulling out all the toys, making a mess, not offering to clean it up, naturally. Kids don't offer to really clean up toys or a mess or anything. So, yeah, that was my experience with Playdate parents. So, fun kids and awkward parents. Good time. Good time. So, anything going on with the people that are here? We have Counterfeit News. We have Matt Lewis from 58 Ring. Technical troubles. Technical troubles. Can you guys not hear me? What's going on? If you guys let me know, I will try to fix it. How are we doing? It looks like the stream is going through from here. Can you guys hear me? Everybody hear me? It says I have an excellent connection right now. So if you're having a problem hearing me, let me know. Is everybody seeing the live here? See you guys are chatting with each other in the chat. That's good. Glad to see some friendly stuff going on in the chat. In case you guys aren't seeing this, I'll just type something in the chat. Can everyone see and hear me? See, we get... Just waiting for a second. There might be technical difficulties that I'm unaware of. It all looks good to me, but I'm not sure what YouTube is doing. Yep. Okay. Sweet. All right. Sean Molahan's here. Matt Lewis, negative on both. You can't see or hear me. I am not sure, Matt. Should be there. Everybody else says I'm here, right? I'm present. I'm not like the awkward playdate parent. All right, Matt. Leave and come back and then report. Tell me. Tell me in case there's any issue. But Sean says we're good. Catherine says we're good. So, all right, all good. Anyway, Catherine, our kids are in their late 20s, so play date is a date. Yeah, that's about right. I can see that. Hopefully your kids aren't awkward at play dates. All they really need to do, I just give, if there's any parents that join us later, or for your Catherine, for your kids, when you have play dates in the future, it's really simple. With the other parents, so I asked that lady, what were you doing today? Just trying to start a conversation here. All they have to do is talk back. So, like, if I were to say to that lady, what did you do today? How did you enjoy your day? Instead of looking at the ground and awkwardly laughing, she could have said something like, I read a book. Pretty simple answer. See, what happens is when you're an adult and you're talking to other parents, you can actually talk to the other parents just like they're adult humans. So that's okay. That's acceptable. That's what they would call socially acceptable, as a matter of fact. Which is always good. Matt, you're good here. All right, sweet. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, that's basically the advice for parents that go to pick their kids up from another parent's house after a play date. Just talk. Just talk. It's fine. And this Padrón 3000, really pretty good. I think I said I paid like $702 for it, Atlantic cigar. Pretty good cigar so far. The draw smoke output are excellent. You guys, you see the smoke coming off that? I'm not sure if you can or not. Try to do the YouTuber thing where I hold it up here to the camera. It's probably not going to focus very well. There we go. Look at that. It did focus. Yeah, but the draw smoke output's really good. Kind of a mild to medium right now. Just a little bit of spice on it. Enjoying that. Coffee, leather. Got some dark chocolate in the first third. We're kind of rounding out the first third here a little bit. The ash was awesome. Solid. Fell off in a solid clump when it did fall off. I don't know if I mentioned it, but burn, I've had no issue whatsoever. Sean, you said it punches above its weight. Yeah, I would say so. If you're talking as far as the quality of it and everything else compared to the price, yeah, I would 702 right now. Not even halfway through quite yet. I would say I got my money's worth for sure. So that's good. That's all good. If you guys have any questions, I will let you know, like, I'm not a guru or anything. So any questions about anything, even relationship questions, I'm happy to give advice. Might be some of the world's worst advice on relationships, but I am happy to give it. No problems. Matt, not a big fan of Padrón, but my local shop guy recommended a 50-year anniversary Padrón. He's he's great at spending my money, and it was great. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll be honest. I've had a handful of Padróns, and I don't want to make it sound like I spent a ton of money on cigars, but just over time. I've had a handful of Padróns, kind of hit and miss with me. I think my cigar guy at my local brick and mortar suggested a Padrón to me. I asked him, hey, do you have some good stuff here? He gave me a Padrón, first one out, of course. It was okay. I really, to be honest, I don't remember which one it was, so I'd be lying if I tried to say I remember which one it was. I have heard a lot of things about the 50-year anniversary. I know I haven't had that one. Age great, too. Yeah. I actually won, maybe a little shout out here. I actually won a giveaway from 505 Cigar Review Show, Daniel Ravanelli, for a Padrón, sampler pack. And those are still sitting in my humidor. I haven't touched them. Those were the 1926 Maduro. So looking forward to trying that. I think that's one of the ones I tried before, but I'm looking forward to trying it again. So that'll be fun. Is anybody else smoking tonight? And if you are, what are you smoking? And if you're not, no big deal. Doesn't matter. We're just hanging out anyway, right? Also, if anybody else has good advice for playdate parents, throw it out there. We all learn together and we all grow together when we learn together. It was small and $30. Yeah, that's tough. But it was good, so no complaints. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of weird on the price thing. It's not like I make tons of money, so I don't typically buy real expensive cigars. But really, when I'm smoking a cigar, or especially when I'm reviewing a cigar, I try not to take the price too much into account with the final rating and stuff like that, just because I try to just look at the cigar as a cigar. So some people are willing to pay for Padrones every day. God bless them. And some people aren't able to, and I'm probably more in that category. So if it's an expensive cigar and it does well, cool. If it's a less expensive cigar and it does well, cool. Doesn't matter to me. So nope, pouring rain here. I got it. Oh, Macroon Barber Pole. Hey, I had that. I believe it must have been the Sweet as well this weekend or week. I posted it on Instagram. Yeah, good. I like how you guys with the Sweets. With your guys' sweet line for Hennessy Cigar Company. I like the flavor of that. Like you guys had told me when I spoke with you before, it's just a natural sugarcane sweetened thing. So that's the way to go. Not to knock infused or anything cigars. I can't do the artificial taste. I can't do it. Man, you guys got to be able to see the smoke that's coming off this thing. Jeez, oh Pete. I do have a air purifier in here. Not a sponsor. So it's just a Hathaspace. A Hathaspace. I don't know the product number. I got it from Amazon. A little ditty off Amazon for, I don't know, $100 or so. It's done great in the new studio space. I like referring it to as studio space. If I were to turn the camera around and show you guys, you would quickly realize it's not a studio. But it works for me, so I'm happy. You should try... LFD Colorado Oscuro. I've been loving that stick lately. 880 at my local B&M. Not bad. Yeah. Also not a flavored cigar person either. Yeah. I've tried a few. I just can't do it. So I'm talking about the flavored, not the. I haven't had the LFD La Flor Dominicana Colorado Oscuro. So that might be one I need to try. Studio Space looks great. Hey, thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Got it kind of all tied together with the drum picture there. I don't know, a month ago or so. So I think I'm finally happy with it. I think I'm happy with how it looks from what the camera sees. So I like that. I'm good with it. I could probably do, I'm sure there's something else I could do, but I'm good with it. Hey, thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. That's awesome. I'll definitely let you know how it turns out. Maybe I'll send some stuff back your way. Always like returning the favors there. So, yeah, so I'll just sit here and chat about what I've been doing. So started doing some written reviews a couple weeks ago. Really been enjoying that. I actually graduated from college with an English professional writing degree, and I've never done any professional writing. I once, with that degree, I got a freelance job one-off. There was a magazine publication company in a small town just, I don't know, like an hour from where I currently live now. And the magazine, what they did was they specialized in, like crafts and sewing and that kind of stuff. So my buddy worked there and he said, hey, they might have an editing position, which is what I really wanted to do. I wanted to edit. I used to proofread and edit people's papers all through high school and college. Just liked it because I got to read other people's stories and it's kind of fun. It was just something fun to do. Anyway, they had me go there and edit it. It was a little rough. I had to read the whole magazine, obviously, and it was just about just what I told you, craft sewing stuff. So I did that as a one-off thing. It was okay, and then that's all I really got to do with it. So it's been really fun to get back to writing. And what I did most with my writing through high school and college was just poetry stuff. So doing the cigar review writing has been a little bit different, but it's fun. It's been a lot of fun, actually. It's kind of just, working another muscle. So I like that. It's a lot of fun. It's something else creative to do, which that's the whole reason I do all this stuff, is just for creativity, fun, have fun with people, hopefully get people laughing. Hey, Daryl. Daryl, unfortunately, I don't. I think I purged it all from my memory. So I don't. Now all I know is what my kids do in crafts, so, which is cool. They make all the nice little cute stuff, for Father's Day and all that stuff. So excuse me, that's something in my mouth there. Yeah, good cigar so far. I'm definitely not sweating the $7.02. So let me ask you guys a question, if you don't mind, just kind of spouting stuff out here. Is anybody in any cigar clubs? And no, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm actually just curious what people think of cigar clubs. What ones have you been in? What ones have you liked? What ones have you not liked so much? Just kind of curious. How old are your kids? 9 and 12. 9 and 12. And they're fun. What am I drinking? Just water, bud. Just water. That's all I have when I'm usually reviewing cigars. Just a little bit of water, just a couple sips here and there. Helps keep me hydrated. And actually, I've said it before in another review. Some of you guys might already know, but I don't drink alcohol either. Small Batch is my favorite cigar club. Daryl, I just joined up with them. Not in any professional manner. I just joined that cigar club. Already got the first one yesterday. Already pretty impressed. Yeah, Privada is fun. I don't know anything about Privada as far as the club goes. I know they're a club, but I haven't done anything with them. They're huge though. They're like all over the place. So I'm gonna grab a quick picture of this for my third picture. Which, if you guys read my written reviews, you'll see these pictures in there. Give me just 1 second. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this because I don't want to neglect you guys, so I keep my pictures pretty simple. You know what? I'll throw my handy-dandy lighter in this one. Why not? My review, right? All right, cool. Thank you guys for that. Just a little pause there. Done Luxury Cigar Club and reap the benefits of the Privada farm rolled through my buddy. Nice. I like it, Matt. I like it. Yeah, I did Luxury Cigar Club for a little bit. I liked what they were doing for the most part, but it's kind of more of a promise to my wife that if I joined another one that I would drop one. So dropped Luxury, joined up with Small Batch just to see what they were all about. I've ordered a lot from Small Batch though, and just ordering from Small Batch was enough for me to try their club because, for one, they pack this stuff like you could put anything in the packing they send in and nothing would ever break. So they pack it great. The stuff was always quick. So I thought, you know what, that's the club I'll give a shot. So I gave them a shot. I try to stick with a club for maybe, if possible, handful of months, at least maybe 5-6 months to give it a real full check-see review on how things are going. And so hang out with Small Batch for a little bit, see how they do, but they've impressed me with the first box. I will say that for sure. So what else is going on, guys? Anybody going to start their own cigar club? I'm not going to do that. What is my favorite wrapper? Catherine, it depends. I've tried to sort that out before on my own. And the thing that I find when it comes to wrappers is that, at some like maybe, I would say maybe about 6 months to a year ago, I would say the Habano was one of my favorites. I just find that, in my experience, to typically be pretty smooth, for me anyway. But about the time that I say, the Habano is my favorite, then, I'll smoke one with smoke a handful with the Mexican San Andres, and those are really good. So it really just depends, and it also depends on. Yeah, no, we are too busy running a cigar company. Yeah, for a cigar club, I gotcha. That's no problem with that. But then I don't know that I have a favorite one. I kind of, which maybe a lot of people are like this. I like the cigar that I like at the time, and the wrapper doesn't really matter to me. I've had Connecticut's that have kind of knocked my socks off. Turn around and have an Habano that knocks my socks off, then I'll turn around and have an Habano that wasn't so great. I have a Connecticut that wasn't so great. So I don't know. I just I find cigars I like, which is kind of difficult for me to stick with one thing for a long time, just because when I review mood, yeah, Matt, that's about right. Mood, I would agree. With reviewing cigars, I try to smoke a lot of different things. So there's a couple favorites I have stowed away in my humidor, but really I don't have a whole lot of one cigar. So, and the most I usually buy are 5-packs. I don't do boxes. I think I would just get bored. So the most I do is 5-packs. Whenever I order cigars, I try to get at least 2, because something can always go wrong with a cigar. So I try to get 2 to give it a fair shot. After 2, if you haven't convinced me by then, probably not going to buy again. So at least that particular one. Yes, Stallone San Andres. I'm going to review that one at some point. I've had 3 Stallone cigars. The Habano, I believe I gave a 3.5 out of 4. Spoiler alert, you guys might see that on a list late this year. And then I had the Corojo. I think the Corojo, something went haywire with that cigar for me. I think maybe it was a one-off thing that just wasn't great. That cigar just didn't hit like I thought it would. And having the Habano and how well that one did, I think I might have got a dud on the Corojo. So, but then I had the Palomino, Connecticut, which I just did a written review on. I did not do a video review on that. And that one was good. It was in my opinion, it was what you would expect out of a Connecticut. It was really consistent. The burn, the draw output, the smoke output, everything was good with that cigar. No complaints. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the San Andres. I also have the now I'm not going to remember. I got like the sample pack that has, I think, that whole line in it. There's a San Andres. Is there just one called the Maduro? Is that right? I think. I want to say. Definitely want to retry the Corojo. Yeah. Daryl, yeah, I think I need to. I think something just went wrong with that cigar. Because, like, almost from, like, for me, just with reviewing cigars, and Daryl, you can attest to this. Anybody that smokes cigars can, but when I review, I focus a little bit more on the cigar. And almost from light up, which might not sound fair, but almost from light up, when I take those first initial puffs, I can almost tell, like, if this cigar is going to be really good or if I might struggle with it. Now, sometimes I get surprised, but for the most part, I've been pretty on point in my head with that. And as soon as I lit up the Corojo, I thought something was wrong. As soon as I lit up the Corojo. I had a bad feeling about it. Agreed. Yeah, Matt, you're saying you agree from light up, I'm guessing. That's honestly, as soon as I light a cigar up, I've got a fairly good feeling where it might end up going. Like I said, I've only been surprised a couple times in my reviews, but I've got a fairly good feeling where it might be headed. So, all right. Ooh, heavy leather there on the finish for that one. I'm just going to make some notes. I'll keep talking to you guys. Yep, initial impressions. Yeah, man, this ain't is burning like a champ, though. Holy cow. Like I said, this is going to be my written review. The Padrón 3000 Maduro here that I'm smoking will be my written review for next Tuesday. That'll be on the site, comedycigarsmusic.com. If you guys have not checked out my written reviews, no problem. I'm not trying to sell anything here. If you guys have checked out my written reviews, I hope you're enjoying them. They're just fun for me to do, something else for me to do. So it's nice. I like it. Do you ever smoke the band on a bad cigar with hope? With hopes it'll improve a not so good cigar? Matt, I'll be honest. Outside of my reviews, because I don't give up on a cigar during a review, even if it's absolutely terrible. No, when I'm just smoking without the review, if a cigar is that bad, I typically don't even come close to the band, to be honest. Which also might not be fair, but sorry. I tried that on the Tractor Tuesday. No improvement. Yeah. When I see people that burn the bands and post it on Instagram, every so often I'll ask them what flavor notes they got off the band. Cigar or California Aficionado responded back, I think, hints of cherry. That was cool. Man, are you doing a review and talking to us at the same time? Daryl, yes, I am. I'm not typing right now, though. I'm just jotting some notes down in my head. I've kind of got the idea of how this review is going to go. Not the cigar-wise, but what I might write about and mention and stuff like that. So, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'll let you guys on a little secret. Anytime I take a longer pull, really get that retrohale in, that's when I'm super focused. So that's when I'm really trying to make sure I get what I'm needing to get. Yeah, Catherine, I've had to do that on a couple reviews where I'm waiting and waiting till the final third, hoping that something will change or go well, and when it doesn't happen, that's mildly disappointing. He's using us to feed the create. Yes, Matt, you guys are what, my muse? Is that right? You guys are my muse. Yeah. I learned from Cigar Obsession that you can smoke the Oscar Leaf Band. Oh, cool. Any good at... No, Matt. I'm terrible at smoke rings. Well, and to be honest, I haven't tried much. I tried one time. And figured it'd be too much work. So, no smoke rings. I don't even try to look cool when I'm smoking a cigar because listen, I tried to look cool a handful of times in high school and college, and it never worked out. Okay, hey Catherine, yeah, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I really do. That's cool. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm really not. All right. I'll be done for a little bit. I can tell you one thing. No spoiler alert, but the review is going to go well for this cigar if it keeps it up. So Matt's not smoking because it's raining. Daryl and Sean, are you guys smoking? And if you are, what are you smoking? And if you're not, what have you guys smoked, I don't know, past couple days or this week that was really good for you? What did I smoked something the other day. Shoot. Someone said I looked... Yeah, Daryl, don't we all look feminine smoking Lanceros? It's cool waiting for the spouse to get home from... Oh, puppy class. Cool. Nah, at work. Okay, cool. Sean, you're hanging out with me at work? That's awesome. Well, thanks, bud. Hopefully I'm entertaining you and you're enjoying yourself. You've hung out for a while, so that's very cool. Cool, man. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do, Sean? This is actually pretty fun. I'm trying to balance that thing where I'm looking down at the comments but trying to look at the camera, and so... Sean, your secret's safe with me. Smoking that LCA trail mix cigar. Oh, okay, cool. The trail mix cigar. Gotcha. Building trades. Nice. Nice. Colorado's. Yep. Drew a State Maduro. Drew a State Lancero T40 and something else yesterday. I don't recall. Nice. Sounds like a nice lineup, Matt. Sounds like a really good lineup. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, the review I just put out today, which was the Arturo Fuente Añejo Reserva number 77 Shark. That was pretty good. That was yesterday. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty good. I actually had somebody in my comments on YouTube. He and I went back and forth a little bit just in a friendly conversation about the cigars, and he said he had been trying to get one, a vintage cigar. Said he'd been trying to get one for 2 years, and I had looked a couple times to try to get it, and I couldn't. And then the cigar club I'm in, International Cigar Society, do raffles every so often. So I put in $15 on the raffle, and I won 3 of those, a Davidoff and another Arturo Fuente. So, hey, God smiles on you every so often. So I'll take it. $15 for 3 of the Añejo Reserva Sharks and another Arturo Fuente and a Davidoff. I'm not going to complain. And that band, I don't know if any of you guys watched that review. If you didn't, my feelings won't be hurt. So that band, though, on the Añejo Reserva, man, that thing wanted to come off right away. Yeah, Matt, it was awesome. The thing is, the raffle was just for the 3 Añejo Reservas, and they sent bodyguards. So that was the Davidoff and the other Arturo Fuente. Very generous guy. Really cool. Got 5 Cubans from a buddy who went on vacation in Aruba. Nice. Very cool, Sean. Oh, you saw the comment maybe, Sean? Yeah. 5 Cubans, nice. Yeah, I had a one of my subscriber viewers, which I hate saying that. Somebody that supports me, whatever you want to say. He sent me, I think he might have sent me 4 or 5 Cubans. I've reviewed 2 or 3 of them. Any of the Cuban cigars I reviewed, he sent me. So I think I've reviewed 3 of them. I know there was a Cohiba. I'm not going to remember the other ones, but I've reviewed 3 of them so far. Yeah, so it's nice. Cubans, for the Cubans I've had, they've just been very mild. I'm not like a big Cuban cigar head, so I don't, I wouldn't even pretend to be like, oh yeah, I know a Cuban when I smoke one. But I will say that all 3 of those I smoked kind of had a very similar type of profile and feel to them, and when I say feel, just kind of like the like experience, I would say. And I'm not talking about like how the wrap or anything felt. So they were all kind of similar in my head, so. Yeah, this is a good one. Now this is kind of one of those Padrones maybe I wouldn't feel so bad about buying like a 5-pack of or anything. Metal taste, not in a bad way. Yeah, I could see that, Matt. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, this one, I'm liking it, Sean. You prefer a Padrón 3000? I dig it. I think I got, I don't remember all the numbers, but I got another Padrón from just the standard Padrón line like this, the 3000 stuff. I got one, maybe like a year and a half ago that, they make like a Gordo size in that, right? Like a bigger one. I got that, and I had a lot of burn issues with it. But I have heard, if people talk about the Padrón, just the standard line or whatever, like this, I always hear about the Padrón 3000. So this must just be the money one. Cool, Matt. Thanks. That makes sense. High lithium content. Cool. That makes sense. See, that stuff. That's stuff. Man, I would like to. I would like to be into all the soils and stuff. But it's just something that's just like kind of off my radar. But man, when people, yeah, especially like you, Matt, when people that are into that and talk about it, that's pretty cool. That is definitely cool to hear. So yeah, the teasers I've been having a lot of fun with too. I've been doing the teasers for Instagram and Twitter for quite a while now, and those have been a lot of fun to do. Kind of dabbling with the idea. You guys, maybe you know what, Matt? Maybe you guys are my muse here. Kind of dabbling with the idea of doing some more character reviews, just because I have so much fun being a complete idiot. It's just fun. I think I've always had fun being an idiot. I think I have so much fun being an idiot because it comes naturally. I feel like that was maybe my God-given gift, but it's difficult to make money as a complete idiot. So that's kind of where I've missed on that. So yeah, because music was always fun for me. Played in bands for a long time. Matt Lewis, got a bolt. What? Sean, you're leaving for work? Are you kidding me? Nah. Hey, cool. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for joining. Hopefully we'll see you next time. I'm planning on doing these maybe once a month, maybe more often, depending on if people are digging it and enjoying it. I'll try to do it more often then. But right now, I'm thinking about staying at once a month, kind of coming out here and hanging out with everybody, just having a good time. So being an idiot is my default setting. Yes, Daryl, that's my default setting too. And the problem with that, which you can probably relate to since you're saying that, is that default switch. So the default switch is on. And usually I can get it to turn off, but it's usually about 10 minutes too late. So that's another disadvantage with the being an idiot naturally is, and I'll be full disclosure. I don't think the switch even gets stuck. I think I just fail to, switch it in a good amount of time. That's right, Daryl. Yeah, and you know what? It's our default button to switch. By gummy. Which reminds me, I don't know that I've said by gummy in a long time. I have not said by gummy in a long time. I think that's a Midwestern thing, by gummy. It's definitely a Midwestern thing. Default to on sounds dangerous. Well, Matt, I'm not going to say you're wrong. It's gotten me in trouble, which is funny, saying you got in trouble as an adult. Does anybody really unless you get arrested, does anybody really get in trouble as an adult? There's always those guys that, it's typically the guys at work or something that are like, oh, don't do that, go get in trouble. Yeah, I don't laugh at them typically when they say that. Rod Grimes, happy drumming, bro. Did your bands play original music? Yes, for the most part. So I'll keep this short and sweet. So I started out singing in high school. And then because the singer they had could kind of play drums, but he was like a choir singer, so he couldn't. We did like Nirvana, things like that. He couldn't do that, so they had me sing that. Then he left, so they had me sing and play drums. Now drumming, I just started my senior year in high school. I'd always wanted to play drums, loved them forever. Hate to admit this to some degree, maybe some of my emails get me yelled at by management. Matt, luckily the emails I send at work get chuckles. Nobody's been mad yet, as far as I know. I haven't seen the write-ups yet. So played some covers in high school, and then got my first drum set like at a pawn shop my senior year of high school. Still have that drum set, still love it. This is going to be a drumhead thing, so I'll try not to say much of that in case people aren't drummers. But it was a Rogers drum kit. Got it for dirt cheap. Found out later it was worth like $1,600. Pretty nice. Still have that drum set. Anyway, when I went to college, got hooked up with some guys there. We did basically mostly original music, threw a couple covers in, did like Beatles covers, Toadies, Nirvana, kind of like the 90s type of rock stuff. And then played original music for like 10 to 12 years after that. With various bands, two of my bigger bands, which I'm going to say these names, they won't matter to anybody. Between the Rooms and Limited State were my two bigger bands. We did all original music. In fact, the music that's featured in my teasers, it's featured in all my videos, that's all from those bands. Between the Rooms got to record a CD. Some of it's that like initial 2-hit thing that I have. At some of the videos are right at the end. That's actually from a song. It's called Moleculical. I actually did a drum, I guess it's not a cover, but drum cover on my YouTube of that song. And that's just the last 2 hits right at the end of that song. So that's what that is. Oh, sweet. Rod. First set was a Rogers. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah. And Limited State is the one that does that song Enough of Heaven. So that's actually me on the drums. And if you hear like the really high vocals, that's me as well on that. We recorded that in my basement. Also recorded Moleculical in my basement. So all fun stuff. Love it. It's on, Between the Rooms is on Amazon Music. I think it's on iTunes too, maybe. Between the Rooms, Transmobile. That was the name of the album. So people still say album? I always say album. Sorry. Probably always will. Yeah, but really fun time. I liked original music the best, like I said before. I like to fancy myself as a creative person. Sometimes people don't always get my creativity, hence why I'm not in playing professional music. But no, it was mostly originals. I did play in a country band, and they actually did mostly originals too, but we did some covers too. The country band by far, one thing I will say is the country band by far probably saw some of the most growth after I'd kind of, I would say maybe plateaued for a little while. How country musicians set things up, like transitions and things like that. Upon listening to it, like just on the radio, it doesn't seem like it's much different, but when you actually go to learn the song, they mess around a little bit with it. So it was kind of something different to learn. A lot of fun to learn though. Always say an album. That's right, Rod. I'm going to keep doing it. You and I will keep doing it, Rod. Who cares what the world thinks? So, Rod, do you still play drums? Do you and if you've been in bands, did you play original music? What did you do, buddy? I love talking to musicians. I'm still a musician at heart. I still go down to the basement and play a lot and work on stuff. And, just in case, my favorite band is the Pixies. And just in case, Dave Lovering would never want anything to happen to him. But, like if he need to take a break or go on hiatus, my dream is that the Pixies will call me. Somehow they'll know Phil Carute in Midwest America, in Indiana, and they'll be like, that's the guy we want. I don't know. Me too. Yes. Yeah, Matt, always say album. Or Matt, were you saying always say album, or do you want to be the drummer for the Pixies too? I guess we could do a duo drummer thing. It'd be awkward, but we could. So, yeah. Got a couple Pixie drum covers on my YouTube channel, too. I'm not trying to sell you guys or tell you to go this. I'm just telling you what I've been doing. So, I think my cover for Gouge Away might have the most views for my drum videos. That song's just fun. That song's a lot of fun. Always say album. That's right. See, I'm telling you, we got to stick with that. I think we don't say album much. I think people don't say album much anymore because it's always singles. It's about singles, which I'm not necessarily opposed to. I mean, everything evolves. But we played original but sold... Oh, your Sonar kit. Yeah, I can imagine that'd be regrettable. Yeah, Sonar is pretty good. The second kit I got when I started... when I moved to Indy, I ended up saving up and I got a Yamaha I'm not going to remember exactly. Yamaha Birch Custom Absolute Nouveau with those different lugs I had at the time that kind of hooked into the things. So I still have that. That's the one that's featured in all my videos when I play drums. Love that kit. Oh my gosh, I love that kit. That's the kit I recorded with. I recorded most stuff, yes, everything with that I would have out there. Some stuff I recorded on the Rogers years and years ago. But what kind of sonar kit did you have? I played a... I never like calling them this, but like the low end or entry level. I played that at a Guitar Center. Guitar Center. Oh my gosh, that thing sounded amazing, absolutely amazing. That thing was like $300-400, and I sat down and I played that for maybe 10 minutes or so at Guitar Center. I cannot believe how good that thing sounded. Plus, you talk about the sonar kit. Artist, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk drums, but Rod brought it up, and that's going to bring it out in me. Jojo Mayer, Benny Greb, Thomas Lang played sonar for a while. He switched to DW now. Still think sonar might have sounded better, but yeah, sonars, they sound so good, and they're so solid. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Rod. Wish I could help you with that. Sonar sounds awesome. They're just awesome. They had a Matt, Pixies are not for you. Well, dang it. They had a video Sonar did when they did their what was that new kit that Nerzy was pushing a lot? It's all birch, and I can't think of the line of that drum though now. But I was actually very, very tempted to I was very tempted to get a third set being that Sonar, and those Sonars only came in like 3 finishes. It was like matte black, like some aqua blue, and maybe like a red. Rod, do you know what I'm talking about? Rod, are you still here? Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. But I was very tempted to buy a third kit. My wife wasn't so tempted for me to buy a third kit. So, long story short, I still just have 2 kits. Drums, playing music are outside my wheelhouse, but it's interesting to learn about. Yeah, I've been into music forever. My mom had music at the house all the time. I did Elvis impersonations for my mom, sister, and brother since I was like 4 or 5, which Elvis always had awesome drummers. Gosh, he had... When you go back and listen to some of Elvis's stuff, his drummers were just amazing. Their fills, their speed, their precision, especially stuff like, and I don't want to talk over anybody's head, it's just in my head, especially stuff like just when they open a hi-hat on different things. Burnin' Love, probably my favorite Elvis song ever, but the drums in that they're awesome. They're awesome. Drums in that are really cool. I want to say that maybe his drummers used Rogers kits. I want to say maybe I saw the front bass drum head that had Rogers on it. Not with all the drummers, but maybe at least one of the drummers. So, do a review as Elvis. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will someday. Or not someday, like 10 years from now I'll do it. No, yeah, maybe I'll do that sometime. I'm going to get rid of this ash. Gosh, thing just broke off like nobody's business. Not in a bad way. Good. It's good. Sonar, yeah. Oh, the sunburst too. Gosh. Yeah, I bet that sounded good. So, Rod, is it just me, or the toms, the bass drum, they all sound great, but correct me if I'm wrong. The bass drums, in my experience with Sonar, the bass drums have always sounded bigger and deeper than what their dimensions would actually suggest they should sound. They always sound good. Always. Yeah, hey, Matt, if you got to take off, no problem, man. I get it. I get it, dude. You got to spend time with the wife, puppy, no problem, man. Okay, yeah, hey, see you, Matt. Appreciate, buddy, and I will get something back your way too, bud. No problem. I got a couple things in mind. Maybe I'll send your way. So, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, man. I really appreciate that. Bye. I hope that's how you were saying that. Otherwise, I look weird. Probably look weird anyway. Just making some notes here. Like I said, this is going to be, this Padrón 3000 will be my written review for Tuesday. So I'm just making some quick notes here. Whoever said, Rod, was it you or was it Sean? I think it was Sean that said the Padrón 3000 he loves. I got no disagreement with that. This is a good cigar. Cool. 100%, bro. Yeah. So, Rod, what kind of, you said you played original music. I always, and you might understand this as well, Rod. I always struggled with like comparing bands to other bands. Like, oh, I heard this original band, they sound like this or they sound like that. Because I just always like, unless the band was intentionally trying to copy another band, I always like just looking at the band for what it was. But what vein did you guys play in? Like, what kind of style? Like alternative rock, heavy metal, classic rock? Like what vein would you say you were in? My bands, for the most part, Limited State and Between the Rooms, were probably like 90s alternative rock. Limited State was a little more poppy, but Between the Rooms was definitely more like 90s alternative rock. We wrote some goofy stuff. I was in charge for writing. I probably wrote half the lyrics or so. Those ones got kind of goofy. But the other guy that I was playing with was also kind of a goofy writer. We didn't really write comedy songs. It wasn't in that vein. They were just kind of in the vein of the Pixies, how some of his lyrics are just odd and weird. But that's kind of the same vein that we wrote in. We were serious about the lyrics, but we had fun with them too. So I'm telling you, not that I base much off price, but for a $7 cigar, this is not bad at all. I don't even want to say it's not bad because it's good. Cool. So who else we got here? We got Rod. Matt took off. Catherine took off. I think Daryl took off, maybe. Sean, I know, took off. He had to go. Yeah, it's been really fun, guys. It's been a good time. We're almost at an hour. I planned on 30 to 40 minutes. Wasn't sure how many people would come and chat, so very gracious. I appreciate you guys joining, hanging out. That's been awesome. That's been really cool. Very cool. You guys are taking time out of your day to hang out with me, or night, evening, whatever time zone you're in. I dig that. That's never lost on me. I appreciate people do that. People that watch my reviews, watch other stuff on my channel, people that read my reviews. That's time you're taking out to appreciate or enjoy something I do. I never take that for granted. Not at all. Not at all. Anybody else still out there watching? Any questions? Any just chat you want to have? It's fine by me. I just really appreciate the interaction with you guys. It's been cool. It's been very enjoyable. Gosh, this smoke output is awesome. Also, if you guys are looking for other stuff that I might do, that smoke out of the camera. If you guys are looking for other stuff I might do, I also do I did a podcast with Cap from Capwoods Media. And we have since changed that to it's a live cast, same title, 1st and 15th podcast. I drop it in my reviews every so often. Don't do tons of like just in-your-face advertising in my reviews, because I just want you guys to enjoy the reviews. If you happen to see the stuff that's down below or up here sometimes, that's awesome. But I don't really do a lot of sales in my reviews. You guys are there for the review, and if you pick up the other stuff, awesome. So yeah, First and 15th podcast, or livecast now, livecast TM. I'm in case I made that up, I don't think I did. But yeah, livecast TM, First and 15th. That's every first and 15th of the month. That is now. Oh yeah, I should tell you where it's at now. It's on Facebook Live at Kaplowitz Media account. So we actually just did one 2 days ago, right? Yeah, 2 days ago. So you could go. You can always check that out. Took me a little while to get on. I'm not sure what happened with Facebook Live that day, but I tried to get on with my laptop. Couldn't get on with that, so it took me a little while. Had to just go to my phone. Gosh, the smoke output, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the smoke output for this cigar has just increased over time, little by little. It started out, I would say, really good anyway, and now it's just like plumes of smoke in here, man. It's awesome. So yeah, it's been a good time. I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. I'm going to finish up this cigar and this review a little bit here. Again, I appreciate everybody that joined me. Always appreciative of it. If you guys enjoy what's going on here, I don't want to be a sales pitch here, but if you guys want to subscribe, like stuff, join me for some other reviews, videos. I'm going to plan on doing these YouTube lives. Right now, I'm going to plan to do it once a month. If there seems to be like people want to see more of that, I'm happy to oblige, maybe a couple times a month. Be a lot of fun. Enjoyed chatting with everybody. So hope you guys have a good time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. As always, don't be a dillweed. Everybody be cool. Everybody was cool in the chat. Love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys soon.
Oh, such things still about my house to miss and confound me. Well, the way to the world, where should I have known my soul?